Alright guys, today we have the ultimate showdown for you. We've got two TD42s.
We've got so many challenges lined up for these two vehicles. We've got fuel economy, hill climb, 0 to 60 and stop.
We're doing a third gear pull, a rev battle, and most importantly, we're going to see which one costs more. Find out whether you should turbo your TD42. So as you guys know, you've seen this car before. This is a 1996 TD42 blacktop, so it's got the lighter internals, naturally aspirated, so it's not really getting any sort of extra power, just got factory airbox, all that sort of thing, no extractors or anything, so it's in its stock form.
So you all know this car, it's the channel favourite, it's the exact same motor that's in Liam's car, it's a 98 blacktop TD42, it's got a G-Turbo kit on it. It's got a cross-country intercooler mount with a massive electric fan on the bottom. It runs 20 pound of boost and it goes like hell. So for fuel economy test, we're gonna go to the servo, we're gonna fill up both cars so they're brimming, and then we're gonna do all the challenges, and then at the end of the video, we're gonna fill them up again and see how much they use.
Test. Illegal. All right, fine. We'll just both accelerate at the same time. We'll do that then.
Must be so intimidating. Just two big forward drives, just like right up your ass. Alright, so first test, we're going to be putting these babies through their paces. We've got a hill climb that we're doing, about 400 metres, angle like this, feel like you're going up Mount Everest. So we'll see how we go.
Alright guys, so we just did the hill climb. Mine's about 8 seconds faster up there. I think I got to about 88 kilometers an hour. Liam did what?
Oh, I wasn't paying attention,
70.
but it's probably about 70 max. A pretty obvious winner though.
Yeah.
Alright guys, it's time for your favourite part, the rev battle. So, we listen to these cars every day, so we don't know what sounds better. And we're always in the cab, so we can't even hear our own cars. So we want you to comment below which car you think sounds better.
I actually really prefer the sound of NA vehicles over turbocharged vehicles. I love induction noise like of an NA vehicle opposed to like a whistle of a turbo. Liam's the opposite. He prefers the sound of a turbo.
Yeah, turbos are better.
Turbos are better.
To be fair though, the NA, it is good. It just sounds like an old tractor, honestly. And
love it.
Can't really argue with that.
Love the old tractor.
But I think in terms of like a note, I reckon the 3-inch with the turbo, this isn't a proper setup exhaust. This is I chopped the rear muffler out, as you've seen in our video of Straight 5 in the Patrol. Yeah, just got a muffler chopped out and it's like a 2-inch pipe. That's a nice 3-inch system. But I guess we'll leave it up to you guys to tell us what you think's better. Alright guys, first off the plate, we're gonna give the NA a crack, see how it sounds.
Liam just revved the gut out of his. Time to do the big old black GQ.
Yours sounds so much
Let us
better.
know in the comments.
Alright guys, we're going to try both at the same time, see which one you can hear.
Let us know in the comments which one you reckon sound better, NA or turbo. Let's jump onto the 0-60 and stop.
Alright boys, on the straightaway, we're ready to do our 0 to 60 and stop. We're just gonna give her all she's got. Give her the berries. Launch control engaged. That means turn the AC off. Let's see how we go. There we go.
That's a long way to get to 60 k's and slow down again. That is a long way. No way!
Alright, so basically my car won by like what?
30 metres or
40,
so.
30 metres.
Yeah.
Pretty expected considering my car's got 4 disc brakes, Liam's only got 2 front disc brakes,
And a
turbocharged, and his is NA. So before we do the third gear pull, let's talk about the cost of each vehicle. Is turbocharging really worth it for all the extra performance you get out of it? So Liam, how much you pay for your car as is?
$6 grand.
His is 4-wheel leaf, bear that in mind. I paid 9 for mine, and mine's 4-wheel coil, and it came with a turbo, but as you can see in our turbo build series, the old turbo blew up after like 30,000 k's after I had the car. So I put a GTurbo kit on, which was about $3,000. The intercooler didn't come with it as well, that was about 2 grand. So probably all up around about 15 to get this car an engine where it was at the moment.
Yeah, if you wanted to turbo a car on a budget, like obviously GTurbo is a pretty reputable brand, so you're paying a bit more for the turbos.
You can definitely go out and get like an eBay special and it'll do the same
eBay,
thing.
well, yeah, or like, yeah, sort of mid-tier turbos, you're looking at like, I don't know, maybe $700 for the turbo, just the turbo, but then, you know, you gotta get your manifold, and if you want a decent manifold, it's like $400, $500, is it? And then all your plumbing, and then obviously if you want to intercool it, that's like the most expensive part.
Yeah, intercoolers. If I was to redo my intercooler again, I would definitely go with a front mount, because top mount gets so much engine heat soak. The fan's there, the fan does work. It just, even with the fan on there, it's still nowhere near as good as a front mount intercooler. I would recommend doing front mount every single time over top mount. I only did it because someone told me that if you do a front mount, it'll fill with mud and not work anymore, but I mean, you can clean that shit out, so.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah.
Alright guys, for the next challenge, we are doing the third gear pull. So we're gonna cruise along, probably sit at like 40 or 50 Ks, something like that, and then pretty much plan it in third and just see how well your car revs out, how well it accelerates. Alright, so 40 k an hour, we're sitting at 40 and pull. There's 80 there. So, I don't know what the turbo's going to be like, obviously a lot better, but for an NA, it's not bad I suppose.
Alright, we're at 40, and let's go. There we go, there.
That was a lot less work. Back again.
See those tires? That would be considered illegal on a patrol, but on a Jeep.
Oh no, it's fine.
I don't know about that. Probably still
They're like 37s. Alright, so this is the final fill up. This is the ultimate decider of fuel economy. I only did about 50 k, so it won't take much, but
Yeah, how many did we do?
47 or something.
Yeah, 47 too, yeah. That's 0 litres.
Ah, you're gonna use way more than that.
We're full.
We're full.
We're full.
7.69 litres. Oh, it stopped. No? Yeah, that's stopped, is it?
That's where I went to.
6.77.
So I use less.
You use less than James.
So how much less was his?
Have a look.
So a litre less.
A litre less.
Alright, so that is the challenge complete. Just on that last fuel economy I worked out the litres per 100 for mine, which was 13.9.
And mine was 15.8.
So an extra 2 litres per 100 k's.
Extra 2 litres per 100
Or
k's.
in which case makes sense. We did pretty much 50 k's, he used a litre more. So yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so also my car is also a lot heavier than Liam's car.
But you've got tyre, roof rack, tray sides still
tray
on.
sides, fuel.
Side steps, scrub bars.
I've got 200 litres of fuel on board.
I only was carrying a 70 litre tank all day.
So yeah, and my fuel screw is wound all the way as far as it'll go.
And that's another thing to consider. If I did have full weight of this car, my vehicle would be even slower again.
Yeah.
So for him to do as well as it did against a unweighted, naturally aspirated vehicle, you can see how big the performance benefits are of a turbo.
So at the end of the day, should you turbo your TD42? If you've got the money and you're not planning on swapping out for like a GU or even for like in a couple of years for another vehicle, I would say definitely yes, do it. If you're really concerned about fuel economy, you can give it a tune, like a good tune that'll.
That's not tuned.
Like you can wind your advance back and you can wind back the fuel screw, and it'll probably be the same fuel economy as that, if not better.
Another thing to consider is just what you're using the car for. If you're driving it all day and you want that power because you're saving if you're towing or if you're going up hills, and that turbo really helps. But if you're just going like using it on the weekends, not doing much driving like me, and four-wheel driving, at the end of the day, mine would do just the same as yours in four-wheel driving terms.
Yeah, well,
certain things the turbo might have an upper hand, like it was real.
Yeah, well, again, like the engine's
like
about to do the exact same thing off road. It's just the suspension comes into play then, and how much
the
ability, and then your lockers and all that other stuff.
Look, yeah, at the end of the day, it's really if you have the money, but yeah, the proof is in the pudding.
Yeah,
it's if you put a turbo on, your car will increase performance significantly.
Yeah, and what size tyres have you got, Liam?
33s.
Yeah, so we've got the exact same size tyres. That's not in the equation at all. It's literally just
weight was the only other issue.
Same transmission, same diffs, same everything.
Yeah, weight was the only other issue here, but it's clear that imagine if this thing was light, this thing would fly.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So as we said earlier, make sure you comment down below and let us know whose car sounded better. We still undecided. Also too, give it a like, comment any other opinions you have, and make sure you subscribe because next time we will compare the suspension between these two vehicles. So James has got coils all around, obviously, which is the ideal sort of suspension setup.
Supposedly the ideal suspension setup.
And mine's got leaf, so a leaf really as bad as everyone says.
Yeah, a leaf's as bad as everyone says. And could they be better than coil?
We're gonna put all to the test next time on Aussie Arvos.
Yeah.